Are there some unique situations that you feel need to be addressed in the 5th District?
The strength of our neighborhoods, I don't think, can be underestimated in the continued vitality of the 5th District. The little microcosm that I exist in here professionally, where our business activity is not wholly dependent on, but in big part dependent on the activity surrounding the area, and in no small part of that is who's living in the immediate area. Like I said, we've got Three Rivers Apartments across the street from us. But the strength of the South Side neighborhoods, moving north, West Central, things like that, which you've got very active neighborhood groups who do a heck of a nice job in keeping themselves energized and new and fresh and bringing new people into the neighborhood and keeping that going. I don't think can possibly be underestimated in the overall vitality and success of the 5th District. I think it's been decades now where you've got a lot of people who might previously have lived closer to the center city, be that a near South Side neighborhood or Southeast or West Central, up close to downtown that have moved out for whatever the reason may be. But it's a big deal to keep people living in this district, to keep business and keep activity going. And to that end, there are real nice pockets that still remain, and it's the neighborhood associations that really carry a lot of that weight, that really strive to make themselves not necessarily an oasis out there, but nice, well-kept neighborhoods that keep people and make people like myself. I was a pretty easy sell bringing back here, but there's a lot of people who may not, particularly those fresh to the area, come in, maybe find themselves a realtor or whatever the case may be, and they'll get trotted around, outskirts, developments, out west of town, north of town, wherever it might be, that might never hear about, the fantastic old neighborhoods closer into town. And it's real nice when you see some of those people moving back in. We got a real nice stronghold on folks that grew up in the neighborhoods through the 5th. If they come back to town, it's a pretty easy sell for them. But it's real nice to see when you get out-of-towners coming back in, that then you hear the story about, gosh, we had no idea this neighborhood existed until so-and-so told us something about it. And then they get in, and it's just, they wouldn't leave for all the tea in China. So that's critical. It's critical in keeping the district super, family friendly, but not even that. Just a nicely maintained, strong residential base that brings people like restaurant guys like us. We're bottom feeders, for sure. We'll follow the people for the most part. And when you've got a good steady base of population around you, it makes running a retail business that much better. And and then that plays into drawing big business into town. That might not necessarily, you're not going to find too many big commercial industrial developments going on in the 5th, but in the city at large, the better we're maintained and positioned as an affordable, clean, safe. I think we got the best drinking water in the contiguous 48. The more that we can provide that, back to basics mentality a little bit, will draw people and draw them to the community when they see how affordable things are. And clean, friendly, safe, all those good things, and with just fantastic neighborhoods, particularly in the 5th. You get a better shot of seeing somebody wanting to locate a business here, that would require people. And then when you're talking about recruiting people to come to you, when you've got great old neighborhoods that are available, and Fort Wayne is a remarkably easily accessible city. You could live downtown here in West Central and make it to any place you want to make it to in probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops for the most part. That's a real nice bonus to have those things. And the Fifth is blessed with a lot of neat old neighborhoods and neat things that go with it. The old storefronts that we've done a pretty nice job at to this point. You take a lot of the activity on the Broadway corridor that's seen, kind of anchored there. Broadway Taylor, you got Matt Anthony kind of anchoring that corner a little bit, and the George's guys have done a nice job with their store up and down there. It's just a neat old place, and I mean, I wouldn't trade trips to Zesto in the summer for anything. It's just one of those things. It's what I grew up with, and it translates. It translates very well to the next generation. You see all kinds of people dragging their kids down there that you know darn well those people are doing the same thing 25, 30 years ago. And that's what makes the Fifth really neat, in that there is a lot of translation from generation to generation. You see, like I said, all these people coming back that might have moved away, done the big city thing for a while, and then find themselves, right back here where you started, because where else would you want to be? Certainly, if you're going to be in, the entertainment business or something, you might need to find yourself in California. I don't know, but there's a lot of different ways to make a nickel in this town, and enjoy what you grew up with. And I mean, that was exactly what I was looking for. I don't think maybe I didn't have the world's best childhood, but I had a pretty good one. And a lot of that has to do with, where I grew up, and in no small part, that was, what really, my fondest memories, and what draws you back. And, I don't want to see that go away. I want to see, people continue to come back and live, close to town. Suburbs are good for what they are, but, it's just not for me at all. It's too good. It's too good right here in town. I enjoy it too much.